My God, the moon is so amazing.
Indeed, and filled with mysteries.
Mysteries? You really think that after all these space traveling, sending people to the moon and back, there could still be undiscovered secrets for us on the planet?
Well, yes, actually.
How can you be so sure?
Everything we know about space comes from NASA, and they're not exactly keen on sharing their scientific data and discoveries with people.
But even at a moment's notice, we can see the moon with strong telescopes. Like what we're doing right now, I don't think there's any mystery left to discover about the moon.
Let me ask you, have you spotted the dark side of the moon?
Well, doesn't the moon revolve around the Earth? When it rotates, we should be able to see all of its surface.
That's not how it is at all. Whenever you see the moon, you're only seeing one face of it. That's because for each time the moon orbits around the Earth, it only rotates once in its axis.
Is that so?
Yes, gravitational forces have slowed the moon's rotation, so in this day and age, you're only able to see one fixed side of the moon.
And what lies on the side of the moon that we have yet not seen?
There have always been stories and mysteries surrounding the dark side of the moon. We can't tell which ones are reliable though.
Stories like what?
Some believe that extraterrestrial beings have a base on the dark side of the moon, so they're not happy with us being there. And this is what has caused NASA to cancel all moon-related missions.
It does sound like a sci-fi story. Is there any valid evidence to back this up?
Through a press release in 1989, a former United States Navy officer named Milton William Bill Cooper showed that aliens have always been visiting our planet and the US government has also been in touch with them. He went on to say the world's superpowers have always been in contact with extraterrestrials and have kept this major revelation a secret from the public. He also mentioned that aliens' secret base on the moon codenamed Luna, and claimed that the base had been sighted by astronauts on the Apollo mission, and that there is a video footage of it too.
What exactly did the Apollo astronauts see there?
An enormous base probably used for the extraction of Moon's valuable resources, and alongside it, several shuttles of unknown origin were among the things sighted there.
Good God, have there been other things too?
A few years ago, a group of Finnish ufologists managed to discover a pyramid on the moon. As reported by Sputnik, a video recording of the group suggests that a pyramid-like structure was found near the moon's Exodus crater. This group of Finnish scientists had previously come across similar images from Venus.
That's really strange.
Of course, before all this, many had found traces of extraterrestrial civilization via examining images from the moon, time and time again. These people accuse NASA of withholding information and covering up the existence of aliens on the moon.
And let me guess, once again NASA has remained silent against these accusations.
Exactly. There's also been another strange instance in this case.
What?
Have you ever heard anything about out-of-body voyages or psychic experiences?
You mean the claims that someone can read minds or visit remote places through out-of-body experiences?
Yes, one of the most important piece of evidence regarding ancient structures on the dark side of the moon was obtained through one of these psychic experiments. A man named Ingo Swann, who is a well-known and experienced psychic, had played a major role in these remote viewing missions.
But can such experience be reliable at all?
Judging by the mind-boggling achievements that this individual has had, I would say yes. It's said he's one of the best remote viewing experts. For instance, in 1973, through incorporating his psychic abilities, Swann reported seeing rings around Jupiter. This happened while the existence of celestial bodies around the planet Jupiter was still a mystery for scientists up till 1979, when this major finding was finally confirmed by the Voyager 1 space probe.
That's incredible!
Swann attempted several times via another man to make his remote viewing operational for the United States, as they were used in namely some espionage programs.
And his moon sighting, what did he see there?
Swan, along with an assistant, experienced an out-of-body voyage to the moon, in which they were able to witness different areas of the planet. Within the experiment, 10 different geographical points on the moon were visited, including sections of the dark side. With his inner eyes, Swan could see different sides of the moon and ultimately decided to peek through a location undisclosed to mankind, never seen by anyone. When Swan was physically connected, he became aware of suspicious activities on the moon's surface, traces of gigantic transportations. After a while viewing remotely, he realized extraterrestrial projects were being carried out on the Earth moon. He said of his viewing that deep in a crater he saw a green halo radiated from ultra-tall towers in the distance. According to him, aliens that exist on the moon are not too keen on contacting with us humans. Therefore, the only way to learn of their activities is through espionage. That is, through an out-of-body voyage to the moon.
Do you think these stories are real?
Well, to be honest, like many other conspiracy theories, the case for ancient structures on the moon is still wrapped in mystery. We cannot confirm nor deny with absolute certainty. I think the only way to uncover the truth would be for mankind to return to the moon.
Most of you guys who are watching our videos haven't subscribed to us yet. Well, that's just too bad. So please, if you like our videos and would really like to support our channel, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll get notified every time there's a new video uploaded. Oh, and don't forget to give us a like. If you decide you don't like the video, well, you can always come back and change that. Thank you, and please enjoy the rest of the video.
So tell me, what do you see? I'm not sure. It looks like some rock floating in the sky, but no, not so much a rock. It's more like a metallic object. That's a satellite, all right. A satellite? Well, I haven't seen anything quite like it before. Wait a minute, is this the object you said you've been observing for a while? Yup, that's the one. And what's so special about it? It's the Black Knight satellite. Black Knight? I've never heard about it. You gotta tell me what the big deal is. For starters, the Black Knight is not a man-made satellite. What? Are you saying it's not man-made? When first sighted in Earth's orbit, mankind had not yet built its first satellite. What? Could you elaborate a bit more? Well, you see, Nikola Tesla was the first man to ever trace the radio signals sent by this satellite in 1899. That is, thanks to having built his high-voltage radio transmitter in Colorado Springs. Following that, from 1930 on, various astronomers have reported receiving countless signals that they assume are being sent from the same satellite. My God, how could I have missed reading about this Black Knight satellite before? A newspaper by the name of St. Louis Dispatch covered the story in 1940. It was covered again by the San Francisco Examiner in 1954 with the piece titled Satellite. So where do they say the satellite came from? In 1970, a Scottish astronomer named Duncan Lunan noticed the satellite's presence in Earth's orbit after analyzing its targeted signals. He speculated that the signals sent to Earth were actually a star map of the Epsilon Buddhist system, which was decrypted from a 13,000-year-old inscription. So let me get this straight. He was basically saying the Black Knight has been around for 13,000 years? Exactly. Good God, has NASA ever released a statement on this? Well, they initially acknowledged the Black Knight as a satellite, but then despite the images and videos released by none other than NASA, like many other mysterious phenomena, they pretty much tied vaguely tiptoeing around the subject, and ultimately declared that there was no such satellite, and it was just a piece of debris from some space shuttle or remains of a destroyed meteor. Personally, what do you think about it? I don't know, to be honest. But I will tell you this, NASA statements can't be trusted.
I'm Benjamin, and I have the world's strangest job. What I'm about to tell you might catch you off guard. You might find it unbelievable that such a profession could even exist in the first place. But I assure you that your very disbelief is also part of this job. I work in an undercover organization directly supervised by the government, whose objective is to debunk real accounts of people's encounters with extraterrestrial life. Surely you must have seen weird news headlines or images about UFOs and aliens in papers, social media, or on television. And it definitely must have seemed inconvincible. Even if the piece of news came with undeniable evidence such as photographs, footages, or eyewitness accounts, you still wouldn't believe neither the story nor its images. Naturally, readers of such news stories will be divided. Some will take them as sheer facts, and some will find them completely fabricated. And this is exactly where we come in to throw as much non-essential, made-up details, photos, film footages, witnesses, etc. And before you know it, people start getting confused whether these stories are real or false as they go through piles of fake news. I wouldn't really know why governments tend to hide true stories by producing fake news. But one thing that I'm certain about is there exist many secret organizations all over the world inside every government, whose sole purpose is to publish fabricated stories. And they do so only to conceal the truth.